Today is Tuesday, Parashat Noach. We're learning Chok Leisrael, and we'll explain the Hakakha Pesukah today from Chok Leisrael. Tzarich leizaher beribit. A person has to be very careful about charging interest to a fellow Jew. V'kama lavin ne'emru bo, many negative commandments that were said about it in the Torah. Afilu aloveh, not just the one who charges interest, but even the one who pays the interest, the borrower. And not know who gives it. Ve'arev, even the guarantors on the loan. Ve'edim, and the witnesses that signed that note or that witnessed that agreement to pay interest. Ovrim, they transgressed this commandment of the Torah not to charge interest to a fellow Jew. Ve'en chiluk ben malveh le'ani or le'ashir. And it makes no difference whether you're giving a loan to a person who's poor or a person who's rich. You could say, well, he's rich, he can afford to pay interest. No, that's still asur. Kol hanoten beribit nechasav mitmotetim. Anyone who lends money by charging interest, his assets will crumble. Uchilu kofer b'yitziat Mitzrayim, as if he denied, it's considered as though he denied the Yitziat Mitzrayim, the exodus from Egypt, and the God of Israel. So serious it is, this idea of charging interest. And what it says here is that his assets in general will crumble, not just the money that he earned from interest being paid to him on a loan, but also as the money gets mixed with his other money will also, his other assets will crumble. התולה מעותיו לומר שהם של נוכרים ומלווה אותם בריבית, הקדוש ברוך הוא יפרע ממנו. So he says a person who misrepresents by saying that the money that he's lending actually does not belong to him, he attributes it to somebody who's not Jewish, says, I'm just acting as an agent, and he lends it on interest. So of course Hashem knows exactly his rules. He knows exactly that actually he's just misrepresenting that the money doesn't belong to him, and Hashem will exact punishment from him. Even if the borrower pays at the time of payment of the loan, pays an extra amount on his own, sort of like his own will. There was nothing that was agreed upon. Sheloit naimo, he was not committed to in his loan agreement. He lent him a certain amount and he was supposed to return only that amount with no interest. Yet the borrower himself on his own mind adds more. And even if he doesn't say that he's giving it to him as interest on the loan, the fact that he's paying him more is also considered to be ribit, which means charging interest to a fellow Jew, and that would be also asur. אפילו לבניו ובני ביתו אסור להלוות בריבית, אף על פי שאינו מקפיד עליהם ובוודאי נותנו להם במתנה. Even one's children or members of his family, it is forbidden to lend on interest, even though a person is not so particular, to give it to him, amongst family, it could be just given as a gift. Still, even though you could consider it as a gift, since it involves the transaction of a loan, it still would be considered to be interest, and that would be also forbidden. Israel שלווה מעות מהנוכרי בריבית, אסור לישראל אחר להיות לו ערב. So if a Jew borrows money from a goy, by paying interest, that would be allowed in general. But if a guarantor on that loan is a fellow Jew, that guarantor also is not allowed to guarantee a loan where there's interest involved even when the money is borrowed from a goy. Nochri shelava miYisrael, a goy who borrowed from a Jewish person, beribit, by paying interest, and that again, that would be permitted. However, asur liYisrael yot la'arev, it's forbidden for a fellow Jew to guarantee that loan that the goy took from a fellow Jew. So we see here there are many laws that apply to charging interest, and in charging interest, it's something that is not allowed. You can go into a partnership with someone by investing money and then benefiting from the profits, that would be allowed. But then it's not a loan; it's actually a joint venture as an investment in a partnership. And this was from the Chok Leisrael of today, the Halakha Pesukah. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.